back in 2019.
Okay.
So I've been all over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Making moves.
Yeah. But West Side till I die.
Yeah.
Of course.
West Side till I die.
Oh, that's what I want to hear. I wanted to say that, but some people like, no. West Side's the best side. What's good, man? We back with another episode of What You On Podcast, episode 13.
Yep.
Host Cam, my man Wale.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
We got a great episode for you today, man. A lot of gaming news. We got a special guest, but before we get into that, like we always like to do, mental health check, man. Where you at? 1 through 5.
Honestly, I'm at like a 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, was this your birthday?
Yeah.
They didn't get you nothing.
Birthday was I didn't get anything. But it was okay. I got stuff a day late.
Okay.
So like that Saturday, my girl wound up cooking for me, and it was okay. But other than that, it's just life is lifing.
Okay, yeah, but I mean that's everybody's story, so we can't even really complain. I'm at it like I didn't have a perfect day, but I'm at 4.
Okay.
I signed up for piano lessons, so I go tomorrow. I used to be able to read music, and I don't know what I'm looking at when I look at a sheet of music.
Right.
So I'm like, you know what? That's a skill that I allowed to fall off as I got older, and I definitely wanted to try to tap back into that because I just want to learn new stuff.
Yeah.
I want to learn new stuff, do new stuff,
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I like taking in new stuff every day. So.
Yeah, so if you see me just like jamming out like at the symphony or something like that, man, I'll give you a shout out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring a keyboard. You gonna be in front of a keyboard.
You gonna have a keytar?
Yeah.
You got the strap keytar, just do it old school style. But yeah, man, today we're doing something different. It's all about games today, no sports. And if we could shove some sports in. We got my man Chris here today, man. We want to talk about first of all, Rah Boom is dope.
Also, hi, fellas.
What's up, man? How's it going? Mental health check, where you at today, man? 1 through 5.
Oh, 1 through 5. I'm at like a 4. I'm doing pretty good.
That's
good. Yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed the bike ride over here. But
that's probably why I'm at a 4, honestly. Is I got out. It was nice today. Like, the weather was really
probably
good.
the best that's been all week.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. Before we get into the actual game and the concept, let's get a little bit of your background because I want to know, a lot of us, when we play video games, especially today now, you say you want to play video games for a living, not necessarily create games. So what is your journey like? What sparked that in your mind to say, you know what, this is what I want to do?
Yeah, geez. Yeah, so I'm Chris Bergman, founder and CEO of Gylee Games. We have a game that just came out called Rah Boom, which is a 4-player co-op beat 'em up about ninja cheerleaders from outer space.
Yes, and sorry to cut you off. I appreciate you making that couch co-op because so many games just forget about people still having actual friends or like that Friday night, Saturday night pizza party type situation where you could just beat the game. So I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so the question was, how did I get here?
Yeah.
Well, grew up in Cincinnati, as we were just talking about. So I do want to talk sports at some point.
Okay.
Die hard Bengals.
Okay, all right, man, cool. We're going to loop you in.
Right.
Yeah. I was actually an NFL photographer for about 4 years.
Nice.
So yeah, during the Carson Palmer era, which was real fun.
A lot of heartbreaking pictures.
Yeah, it was great. Anyway, so yeah, I grew up here. Actually got kicked out of high school, never finished high school. Moved to California, ended up becoming a pro skater out there. Became an art director also for skate magazines. And so that was sort of my background. If I were to have a background, would be in design. And then ended up as creative director there. Then came back home. And like one of the things that we did, this is like early 2000s. And so we were taking a print magazine and sort of transferring it to the digital age. Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, I kind of led that journey at that company, which led to me building websites for different clients. And so I started a digital agency here in town. iPhone came out. We ended up building some of the first apps for like Maker's Mark, Sam Adams, New Balance shoes. This is back in like 2008, forever ago.
Right.
And then from there, I made my own app. So it was an app called Chore Monster, which was gamification of chores.
Okay.
For kids and parents. Kids gain points, tournament for real life rewards. Then on top of that, for every chore they completed, they earned a ticket to the Monster Carnival where they could earn over 100 different interactive monsters. So it was sort of gamification elements. And then Disney invested in that. We moved to LA and had an office at Walt Disney Studios for about 5 years and then sold that company. had to move to New York because I sold that company. And then while I was there, you sold it to a giant corporation, and you know, they had me in a role in a giant corporate. That's what happens when you sell your company, right? And I hated
transitional period.
Yeah, I hated every second of it, every single second of it. So I lasted 4 months.
Okay,
and I was like, I quit. I can't do this.
I ain't mad at that.
And then kicked it around New York for a year, kind of trying to figure out what I wanted to do next, and came home to my friends one night, and I was like, I think I want to start a game studio. And they were all like, wait, can we cuss on this? Is this
yeah, man, you cuss away, man. My mom watches,
sure.
but I'll be like, we don't care.
I'm sorry, Mom. Yeah, but like all my friends were like, we were fucking waiting for you to start a game studio. Like they all knew that that's what I was going to do. Okay. I was the last person to know.
Right.
You know, but so started Gylee Games. But to kind of back up, like I grew up skipping school to go to Northgate Mall.
Okay.
And played a lot of Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
And would get my ass kicked in it. And so then I'd go play X-Men or Ninja Turtles, right? Like the co-op beat 'em ups.
Yeah.
And that's where I made friends, was like playing those co-op games, right? Because it's sort of like sitting in a golf cart, right? Like that's the best part of golfing.
Right. You right
is like
next
talking to your
each
friends.
other.
Like the shit talking and all that.
Yeah, exactly. So so I just had like an absolute love for beat 'em ups. I've always wanted to make a beat 'em up since I was a kid. I love Saturday morning cartoons. I love you know, campiness, and I've been a writer my whole life, and so it all just kind of coalesced and made a lot of sense to go do it.
That's tough. I want to rewind really quick because I definitely found that transitional time between print magazine and going to digital.
Yeah.
A lot of companies didn't make it, especially like I paid a lot of attention to like the gaming side. A lot of the like the game pros and all of that stuff just disappeared.
Game Informer's back.
Yeah,
they came back.
Hanging in there.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we need that.
They were gone, and I think somebody bought it and was able to bring it back.
But
the question, how valuable it is.
Oh yeah,
exactly. The question I have though, like, what were the challenges trying to like transition from print to the internet or digital media, and like, did the higher ups understand what that was going to be, or did you even understand what that?
No one did. I mean, no one did. Right? Like we were all kind of figuring it out for the first time back then. I mean, this is literally like 1999, 2000, right? Like we're trying to figure it out for the first time. Flash had just become a thing, and so we built it in Flash, which was a huge mistake. Thank God Flash is gone. No RIP Flash. I hope it
right.
It's a bunch of Newgrounds people just like pissed at you right now.
Well, no, Newgrounds is great. First of all, because Castle Crashers. Are you guys familiar? So that's another. That's like literally the best beat 'em up that's ever been created by Behemoth, and all those guys created Newgrounds. So like those got tons of love for Newgrounds. But wait, so I think for us, I think the biggest challenge was like how do you format this for digital, right? Like it's a print magazine, it's long form, you know. And I loved as an art director, I loved like it. So what's great is like we have an art book coming out in a couple weeks for Rara, and it was like 2 weeks before the game was launching, and we kind of looked at each other. We're like, shit, we don't have an art book. And like, there's so much art that we've done.
And I like the fact that you even thought of that, because so many people, it's either like a collector's edition or you just, it is what it is. You have to rely on the community like to draw characters like.
And even those you know, the steel books, they don't really have too much in it that you really want. Like you said, they give you a few pictures, but they kind of leave the good stuff out.
Yeah, so we had nobody to do it. So I was like, well, fuck, I guess I'm going back to print design. So I like with 2 weeks before launch, like it was just me like writing and designing an 89-page art book, right?
Okay.
So it was crazy. But the point being is like I love formatting and layout and like for print in particular. And like I think the biggest challenge for us is like what does that look like, you know, below the fold on a web page, and like how do what do menus look like, and just sort of there's very early questions of you know, and then you learn. What was great about web is like, you know, you can't get any analytics from somebody reading something in print. Right. Like you can't get any data from that of like, did they read this article? Did they read that? How well did it? Yeah. Did this one perform well? Did that well perform well? And that's, you know, that's great to have that information, but it's also caused a lot of problems, you know, in regards to like now the only thing like clickbait exists because of it. Right. Yeah. Like, but yeah, it was a really interesting time for sure.
Okay. Another question I wanted to ask, because you said you ended up working for the House of Mouse.
Yeah.
What are some of the I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They
no
were
workers. No workers. No workers.
Yeah,
No workers.
Them.
So like what were some of the things that you could pick up and institute for your own company? Like, what were some of the ideas that
man. I mean, I was really lucky. We were, I was like in the writer's room for Zootopia.
Okay.
And so learned, there was a really great producer. Her name was Christina Reed, who worked at Disney. She won an Oscar for one of the Disney short films. Brilliant person. And she sort of took me under her wing, which was awesome. And so her and the CFO at the time. But it was great because like I learned a lot about writing, which is a lot of what I do now is writing more than most other things, honestly, and creating. And also learned like one of the things that she did a really good job of teaching me, and this is sort of like by proxy of watching her work. Like she was working on Big Hero 6. She was a producer on Big Hero 6, producer on Zootopia, producer on a couple of other things. And like I'd go in her office and like Gantt charts were everywhere and like learning how to create a production cycle and sort of organize the creative process is actually really difficult. And so learned so much from there and also to go big. I think that's the other thing. It's it's entertainment is a huge industry and there's plenty of room for success out there.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And I want to say, because you say you came back, I know we kind of moving back forward, but you said you came back home. Your friends kind of knew that you were going to make this before you.
Yeah.
Were they are those people still with you today or?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, it's friendship is a key to emotional support.
Right.
And the game's a lot about friendship, actually. You know, it's a coming of age story of 4 friends and like how they lean on each other. And you know, I don't know if you guys have played it or not, but like
I haven't yet, but I did do a lot of research on it. One thing I took away from it is that, especially nowadays, the whole female male character aspect can blow up into a big thing.
Oh yeah, but it's the hardest eye roll I could give about the whole thing.
But I think in your situation with Ra, I think with the 4 females being together, I think at the end of the day, the game itself, the gameplay, the artistic style, because I love the bright, vibrant colors.
For sure.
So I was drawn to that immediately. And I think nowadays we miss that because when I was younger, we never cared about what type of main character we had, whether we had a female or a male character.
No.
It was just about the
We all played the shit out of Tomb Raider, didn't we?
Right. I love Lara Croft.
Yeah.
And it's like nowadays things have kind of got bunched into a bunch of different groups.
It's just politicized too much. Yeah. And it just didn't matter. I mean, for me, so I wrote this. It's important to mention that I wrote this with A.K. Fido, who's a wonderful female writer. So it wasn't just like a white dude writing a game about 4 diverse females. But like, you know, a lot of it comes because didn't know my dad growing up. So grew up with a single mom.
Right.
So I just feel more comfortable around females in general.
Yeah.
Like I'm an emotional person. Like I'm not a very alpha male
I
dude.
dig that. I got all sisters, so I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
You
and
just
so
feel
like,
comfortable.
And so when I'm writing a story, it was more just like writing a story about like people that were influencing my life. Like it wasn't. I didn't have any sort of political agenda at all.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was just this story that I wanted to create.
Yeah, so I like you talked about, you know, your friends being there for you, and I'm obviously they'll be there for you like during adversity and hardship. I was reading about developing the game during the COVID outbreak.
Oh, yeah.
Like when that first hit, did you just like immediately panic and think everything was over, or did you just was like, we got to figure out how to make this work?
It's always we got to figure it out. Like it's never this is over. I mean, I think that's the thing. Anytime you want to like have a real creative pursuit and like bring something into the world from nothing, you can never quit. Like it's impossible. It's like quitting can't exist.
Right.
And so that was it was never everything's over. I mean, the world felt like it was going to be over. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember, like, you know, Cloroxing all your groceries. Like it was crazy.
I was going crazy on
$3,000 bottles of hand sanitizer. I was like, what?
Oh yeah,
losing my mind.
Yeah, but you know, but never thought it was over. It was just like, okay, how do we solve this? And I mean, game development in general is like every single day there's a challenge. Every single day there's something new. Literally right now, Sony just certed this, so Sony has to like certify patches and before they go into market or whatever. And we kept we still haven't figured it out, but they gave us a waiver. Like today, like we're like, there's one word in traditional Chinese in our Chinese localization for the game that doesn't adhere to their policies.
Right.
And like, we have no idea what the word is. Our localization people don't. And we come to find out it's a made up word that PlayStation made up in Chinese. So it's a Chinese made up word that we had no idea existed. And like, we're like, we need to get this patch out because there's like a bunch of bugs that we fixed in it too. Right. And it finally got certified today. But like, literally every day there's some major challenge that's happening in game development. And so your mentality has to be, well, this is today's challenge. This is the thing that we're going to conquer. This is the problem that we're going to solve. Let's keep going.
Did it put too much hindrance on the process? Like, did you have to completely stop at one point because of the COVID, or if it was just like kind of just dial back?
Yeah, no, that's a good question, man. I mean, I think what happened is we had to figure out how to work together in it.
Yeah.
Right? Like that was the challenge. Is like, how do you still be creative? Like, you know how hard it is to be creative when there's a pandemic going on?
You're stuck in a house.
Yeah, like, you're just losing your mind.
Yeah.
Like,
and you have to pull that, you got to get outside of your own brain and get rid of the panic that you're feeling, that everybody's feeling, and the isolation, and be like, I still have to like go be creative today and find a way to be creative. So I think those were like the biggest challenges for us. And like, how do we talk and how do we move files and how do we communicate and like, how do we get meetings? And I mean, we're lucky in that, like, we're all nerds. So we were already on Google Meet or Zoom or whatever. Like, that wasn't that big of an issue. Right. But it was like learning new processes of like design iteration and it used to be we'd all huddle together when we had a new, at this point, I think we were just still prototyping stuff. Like, and we'd have a new prototype and then we'd all, get like order beers and like sit down and play together and like be like, what works, what doesn't. And you can't do that in a pandemic. Right. So I think that was the biggest challenge for us.
And see, when you mentioned the certification process as far as the platform holders and getting your stuff on their digital storefronts, these are a lot of things that gamers don't really hear about because they just hear the game is being worked on. Right. You see a couple hands-ons or some trailers and then boom, the game's here. So I want you to talk about more so about the development process. So like, when did you get to the point where you had an idea what the type of game it was going to be, that you was going to say it's going to be a 2D style, beat 'em up, like old school side scroller? Is that what you had from the beginning?
Day one. Okay. So I had bought rahraboom.com in 2008.
Okay.
I'm like a weird dude that loves to like buy domains.
Okay. You wanted those to just sit on it for a while?
Yeah. I just, anything that seems funny to me. And it's more, it's not like holding real estate or anything. It's more like, I want this in case I have an idea that would need this. Yeah. So, and so I love the phonetics of Rah Rah Boom. Like it just like sounded funny to me. And then sat on it for 10 years and was like, over those 10 years, like, well, what is a Rah Rah Boom? Like, what is that? It's cheerleaders blowing shit up.
That go hand in hand.
Yeah. And so, a beat 'em up was always the very first thing that I wanted to make, as far as video games go. Going back to like the arcade that I grew up in and wanted to really pay homage to that. But I think what was interesting is like how it iterated over time, right? Like, we had this lane system now, where like beat 'em ups, like one of the frustrations with beat 'em ups is like you're punching air half the time.
Yeah, you turn around and like you just don't get them just enough that they can hit you with a pipe or something like that.
Exactly. So adding this lane system where like you can visualize where you are in relation to your enemy, right? Like that really was a good, like a fun iteration that we found over time. And then like the other thing is like we all got together and like played every beat 'em up we could.
Okay.
Right. And sat down and like, what do we like? What do we not like? And I think every single one of us was like, they're too slow. They're so slow. And so really it took us a long time, but like started iterating on, well, what if it was like faster? Like what if it felt like Marvel vs. Capcom?
Yeah, okay. That's tough.
Like that kind of speed. And then sort of finding that balance of like, so like the design pillars that we have for Rah Rah are fast, frenetic, and fabulous.
Okay.
Right. And so like we want it to feel like chaos, but how much chaos is too much chaos, right? So that was like sort of fun to kind of iterate on and figure out what worked. And then adding the shooting elements, like
I've seen that.
Like you really can play it like Contra if you want to.
Yeah. We had the close combat, the long distance combat.
Right.
That's one of the things with playing like Ninja Turtles that you always kind of deal with. Like you got to get so close to make contact.
Right.
And it's not always in. And then everybody has different play styles.
Right.
So
or like if you pick up a weapon, you want to take it with you through the entirety of the game, or it has like a
or it got like 2 hit.
Yeah. Or like you just lose it. I was like, it just makes you mad. Like, I have a question though. This is always what I wanted to know as far as game developers are concerned.
Yeah.
Not to reveal too much, but what got left on the cutting room floor that you just was like, this has to be in the game, but there may not have been enough time or space?
Oh,
or
I got those. They're in the art book.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't mind talking about them.
Okay,
so
cool.
The one that like we were so sad to let go, is we had a mall level based on Force Fair Mall.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
You should have stopped everything and put that in the game.
Yeah. Well, we have an amusement park
Yeah.
level based on, it's called Monarch Mountain,
Okay.
which is Kings Island.
Yeah.
You know, so that made it in. The amusement park made it in, but the mall, because I was always in at either Northgate or Force Fair Mall.
Yeah,
and
that's tough.
we really wanted to get Force Fair Mall in, but we didn't. But we did get the arcade in, so we still got some of that in, just not.
Because I always see like the art books and they have like character sketches for characters that never made the game.
Tons of those.
And you'd be like, man, why wasn't this character in the game?
Time
Like somebody
and
should have
money.
fought for it.
It's always time and money.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, it definitely comes down to like, well, we'd have to create so many more new assets.
Yeah.
To
Just for
like
this
it's
one
it's just like we can't fit it in.
Yeah, and that's where that disconnect comes from, like the consumer.
Yeah.
Just like, and how do you deal with that? Because I know
Cry.
some of you can just.
I lay in the shower and cry. That's what I've been doing since the game came out.
I was just about to say,
Just a
because
lot
it's
of
like
crying.
everybody's so pushy and demanding about what they want, and I know a certain level you just ignore because like some of it's just ridiculous, like
Yeah.
the Twitter and all of that stuff. But like, how do you just like cipher through the noise of people just saying, "I want this, I want that, or I want to add this"?
Yeah, I mean, one, so there's a couple of different qualifications, right? Like it's great the game's out in the wild. We've gotten a lot of feedback, a lot of positive feedback, like way more than I expected, which is actually just as overwhelming, kind of, is like people saying it's really good. But like when it comes to the negative feedback, it's a couple things. It's is this person just angry with themselves?
Yeah,
Right.
Like, which there's a lot of.
yes,
Internal stuff
especially
that
in
people are
games.
You know,
outlashing
so
at.
it's that's noise. As soon as they say woke, I'm like, okay, that's
they cooked.
noise.
I seen
Like,
one of the comments that said that, sorry to cut you off, but they just was like, this is the problem. And somebody responded was like, what's the problem? You'll see eventual. Like, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Why did you pick this game out of all of that to be
Yeah.
the soapbox?
Yep. So that, and then, and it's, I mean, people like, I think the ones that we do look, there was one that gave like a bad review on Steam, but had like 6 hours in it. So like they had clearly like finished the game and like put a lot of thought into their response, and it was like long. And so like we went through as a team piece by piece, and we're like, what do we agree with here? What don't we agree with here? And some of it like we did agree with. We're like, okay. So like one of them is like a lot of players are feeling like my marketing guy is going to be annoyed by this because we have a patch update coming, and I'll be talking about all this in the patch update. But one of the things that we did hear a lot is like player characters don't feel powerful enough.
Oh, okay.
And like a lot of that is due to like we have really tight hitboxes on the enemies, and so like we're just expanding the hitboxes by 20%,
Gotcha.
which will make the player feel much more powerful.
Okay.
Right. So like, and that was a piece of feedback that like we had heard a couple times. We're like, we really should find a way to do this. But I think like I love listening to the feedback.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like there's so much that goes into it. You're not going to catch everything.
Right.
And like you want to hear like what's working, what's not working. And we've had thousands of people play test this before it ever came out.
Yeah.
Right? Like we had it at PAX, showed it off there.
Yeah,
like we've had people in the office.
And sometimes things just slip past you. You know, no matter how much you put into it, sometimes it's that one little thing that you really didn't pay attention to, and somebody's like keen on it. Like,
Or it could be a good idea to y'all, and then when it gets out in the wild, it's like everybody
that didn't work.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and like one of the things that this is really cathartic actually. Thanks for having me on. One of the things that I found fascinating is like people that like love beat 'em ups, like they seem to be younger kids, not kids that like play beat 'em ups in arcades.
Yeah.
But they're like Shredder's Revenge is their first beat 'em up.
Yeah.
Or Streets of Rage 4. And like they love beat 'em ups. They do not like our game.
Wow.
Because it's so different from that. It's such a different game from that, which was our intention.
Yeah.
But like they're like, this doesn't feel chunky enough and it's too fast.
Yeah.
And it's like, I get it. Like if that's what you're looking for, you're not going to find it here. Like that wasn't our design intention, like at all. And so that's been a fascinating thing to see is like, oh, we actually like people that really love our game are like casual fans of beat 'em ups.
Okay.
Not like hardcore
But I also think that might come from like when I seen the gameplay, the first thing I thought was Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
But then I also, for some reason, felt Galactica. I was like, the speed of which you're moving and shooting.
Yeah, it's a shoot 'em up.
That's a different type of mindset. Like I'm used to playing arcade games. I don't think these younger kids kind of have that. So they're like, it's either fast or it's slow.
Or the genres kind of
but if it's like anything that's in between, then they're like, this is not like this. It's like they only got two perspectives of what something is. It's Call of Duty or it's this.
Yep.
And it's like if it's in the middle, then their brain can't process it.
So it's interesting. So we're trying to figure out how to we're asking ourselves, did we should we not be calling it a beat 'em up?
Nah, call it that.
You know what I mean? Because we don't want to misrepresent what the game is to people. I think that's really important.
I think there's a wide, even though there's a traditional style, there's a wide lane that you, because every beat 'em up doesn't play the same.
Right.
You can play Streets of Rage and that has like a certain flow to it as far as the combos, but then you can go back and play Final Fight and it's a little more stiffer.
Right.
So there's some expandability there.
Right.
Especially now with the resurgence of 2D beat 'em ups. They just announced some more yesterday.
Everywhere.
So it's enough room for all. And then too, I don't like every game to be the same in the same genre. It makes it stale. So the fact that you can speed it up, because that was one of my complaints growing up, is like you get so good at the game, but there's no flexibility to do anything else. You just have to be super slow and just make sure you do your combos. But having the speed adds an extra layer of difficulty and another layer to master. So that's one thing that I feel like, not to ignore the criticism, but kind of take it with a grain of salt.
Oh, 100%. 100%. And the thing is everybody's entitled to their opinion, man.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to knock. I never want to yuck someone's yum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people like what they like and I'm all for it. Just please don't make me cry.
But see, he put in the time during the process of playing a bunch of different beat 'em ups to figure out what him as a developer liked and didn't like. And like you said, you grew up playing these games. So you're feeling towards it like, you know what, maybe it is a little too slow.
But they thinking with the gamer mind, not the developer mind. They just thinking about what it is in that same lane. You are you're a creator, so you're trying to think what can be more engaging, what can be more to just kind of just engaging is the word. It's more engaging. What's different from the norm? A question that I have about, you said you're coming out with the patches, and I appreciate you patching the game, because sometimes I've bought games where they just was like, you got the game now, sucks.
Right.
So how do you split the time from just patching out bugs and then throwing a little bit of extra tools and tricks and then saying, we're going to save this for the sequel?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a real good question. Well, so I think that actually comes to budget.
Okay.
Like it's sort of the way that because the sequel will have its own budget, right? And the budget for this game has included patching and sort of like stuff for bug fixing and some sort of quality of life gameplay improvements. And then, but yeah, it's a financial decision. It's kind of really easy to make.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah.
Do you ever think about, and it might be jumping too far, it may not be, having an expanded universe where it's not just games? Maybe you could do like cartoons and things of that nature as well.
That's the first thing I thought.
So we're actually repped by UTA, United Talent Agency, which is like a big Hollywood agency.
Big agency.
Yeah, and there's a reason that we're repped by them.
Okay. All right, cool. So I'm looking, because I was like, certain things you'd be like, this could be more than just a game.
The minute I seen the color palette and I seen the girls, the first thing I thought was Arcane.
Yeah.
I was like,
Arcane for sure. God,
this in like an Arcane type of style. I was like, oh my God. First of all, I'm waiting for Arcane season 3.
I didn't get a chance to watch that.
Are they doing a season 3? I thought they were done.
They need to keep going. I want to see more about the guy on the little airboard. Echo.
Yeah, Echo. Yeah.
I'm gonna take this out my ear because I haven't watched the show. So y'all go ahead. I'm gonna just do this.
I'm telling I think a lot of times it's a generational gap, especially when it comes to gaming. We've experienced a bunch of games from early systems up to now, and it's a different thing when a lot of these kids, their first gaming system is a PS5. It's so high tech, so much can happen with it.
Yeah,
like my first game was a Super Nintendo. Like you had to blow the cartridge to get it to play.
100%.
And it's like,
do you know why that? Do you know why that worked? So it wasn't because it was like a hardware issue.
Yeah.
Blowing the cartridge, it had nothing to do with the
Yeah.
air in the cartridge. It was the fact that you were resetting the game. And like, so sometimes it would take like 5 or 6 resets before it would work. But it was just the act of taking it out and putting it, like you didn't have to actually blow the cartridge at all. But doing that did like solved the problem. Isn't that funny?
So filling the cartridge up.
Money to say that blowing on the cartridge made it work.
Everybody woke up
100%.
And then you had that one person that knew how to blow in the cartridge just right, so you hand it to them. I have a question though. Are you going to continue to do the traditional beat 'em ups, or are you going to expand to different genres? Because I'm an RPG guy.
We have 2 other games that are in pre-production.
Okay.
Neither of them are beat 'em ups.
Okay, that's all you can say.
They're other genres.
Different perspective, 2D still, or
can't say anything.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I'll tell you guys offline.
All right, cool.
Yeah. I'll make them sign an NDA for it. Yeah,
I'm cool with that as long as I know some. I can't say that on camera either, but I can't say that on camera either. 'Cause I'm like, I know someone who was a tester for a company, and I'm gonna just edit this out.
Yeah.
And they told me some information that they tested on a really big game. I'm not gonna betray their trust.
Yeah.
But one day, if there's an eviction notice on the door, or if like I'm coming live with new information for this game to expect. So like that, but nah. So I understand what you're saying. So, Rah Boom is out right now.
Yeah. On PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox.
No Switch yet?
No Switch yet.
Any reason, or just how?
It's really hard to port to Switch. It's
Really?
a very it has low memory.
Even the Switch 2?
So Switch 2, they haven't given us a dev kit.
Okay.
We've asked for a dev kit many times. They haven't given us one yet.
Nintendo's always. They the most extra. Like I'm telling you.
Well, I think it's too new. They have their priorities. They have their first party games. They're we're down on the list, man. We're a small studio in Cincinnati.
What is that process like to request a dev kit? Like, do y'all get ahead of time, like they're working on like a PlayStation 6 or Xbox, whatever?
No.
Or do you just kind of fill out a form and say we're a game developer,
Yes.
we're looking to
So you submit typically you have like a game design doc that you've built by this point, or like a pitch deck or something, and you submit that and you say, hey, this is the game that I want to make on your platform.
Okay.
And then they'll approve it or deny it. And if they approve it, then you can request dev kits after that.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
I got a question. With this whole, we don't typically get a lot of game developers in Cincinnati.
We got a pretty good scene, man.
Yeah.
I feel like Cincinnati is definitely booming. We're growing fast.
This place
But
is
was
new.
that a tough decision to keep it here, or was there ever thoughts of maybe taking it somewhere else?
Definitely. I mean, I was living in New York when I started it and moved back here to build it. So there was definitely, a question of like, where do we want to put it? I think for me, it was, I wanted my kids to grow up here. That was a big one. And then we were lucky enough that all of our investment came from Cincinnati.
Oh, okay.
So it kind of just made sense.
Yeah.
And then my co-founder, Denver, it was so funny. We were both living in New York. We're both from Cincinnati. But we were both living in New York when we started it. And then he moved back first. And then I moved back after him.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's good to hear.
I'm assuming just on the feedback, I could be wrong, that Steam is the most popular platform that Rah Boom is on.
Xbox.
Yeah. Really?
Game Pass?
Yeah. Not Game Pass yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any reason or just the preference?
As far as like why it's performing well on Xbox,
I'm not a fanboy. I just want to know. Like,
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea. I think Xbox has been really kind to us,
Okay.
really kind. So we were part of the Developer Accelerator program at Xbox. They've helped us go through the process of publishing on their platform. They've been, we've been featured in Xbox Wire, which is like they've given us an immense amount of support. So I'm sure that's
I think
most of
that
it.
comes from Xbox kind of backing out the console wars and just moving to like all platform gaming.
They're very developer friendly,
Yeah.
for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
I don't want to ask you who's the most developer unfriendly to kind of burn any bridges, but like without saying any
They're all
names,
difficult.
Yeah, okay.
They're all difficult. Like it's hard to do this.
Yeah.
It's really hard to do this. Like I think like one of the things that I this is me learning too. Like I've never done this before, right? So we had to figure this all out for the first time. And like each platform's sort of internal systems are like their own language, their own they all have different sort of like check marks that you have or boxes you have to check. And every single one's different. They all have positives, they all have negatives. It's like and it's just like it's such a huge challenge, but it's their platform. Like they have every right to be however they want. Right. I mean, the thing is I don't want dog shit on my platforms either. I don't want slop, like AI slop coming on like game consoles. Like I don't want that either. So like I understand why it is the way it is. Like there needs to be a barrier to entry at some point.
Yeah. Zooming out of Rah Boom just for a second, just the overall gaming landscape as a whole. Where do you see that going, and how do you fit within it moving? Some say they're moving to VR. It's a lot more talk about AI. There's a lot more consolidation between bigger companies. Where do you fit in this whole?
Man, I'm just trying to make cool shit.
I ain't mad at that.
I think that's the best part, though.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make cool shit. I think AI is a tool. When it's used as a tool, it can be very beneficial. When it's used as like its own creative thing, it sucks. I hate that. Like I need humanity in my art, man.
I want to have it an extra touch, because certain things, just saying like we want to speed up the gameplay, that might not be something that the machine learning has put in there. So it could just be like, okay, let's throw out a bunch of words to say make a game that's like these 4 popular beat 'em ups, and then boom, you get this with a little derivative. But like an actual person who's like lived and played those games can say, okay, I took a piece from all of these games and this is a unique experience.
Well, there's just no soul.
It just doesn't feel the same,
like at all. And I think the other piece is like, the best part about game development is I get to work with some fucking talented, amazing humans. Yeah. And like that are kind and wonderful. And like, I don't want to lose that. Like that's the best part of making a game, is the people that you get to work with. And so I'm just going to keep doing that.
Yeah. I hate that when they come out, it's like on one hand at the Game Awards, everybody's being applauded for their hard work. But on the other hand, there's like, won't be here next year.
The Game Awards, Awards will always be there.
I'm talking about like the people that worked on the game. So like, so you hear about
like job losses.
Or there's like a push industry for AI.
Yeah, it's a tough industry, man. It's an extremely difficult industry.
I think a lot of these companies, like you said, they think that the AI can replace someone in a cost value, where it's like, money wise, I could save a lot of money if I replace this person with AI. But like you said, you lose the soul, you lose the creative juices, you lose that just
the story that they bring
of
with
everything.
them.
Because everybody has different experiences. So like when it comes to writing and stuff, your creative process, how you like to write, type of comedy, the type of humor you have, a lot of that stuff is different between people, so you don't get to experience any of that.
Well, creativity is the reflection of the human experience. Like on that, like all this is us trying to be like, none of us asked to be here.
So just
right, and this is one way to like have an outlet to sort of tell our emotions and tell our experience. And like, why would you give that away?
Like I'm real big on like my imagination being triggered, especially by video games. Like I was a big reader growing up. So like the meeting between reading and watching movies was video games. So like, you get the story, but you get the visual, but you get the interactivity. And the fact that a game that looks like a Saturday morning cartoon, it just kind of takes me to a certain space. And I appreciate you for making a game like that, because as I get older, I start asking boomer questions like, okay, where's the ice cream level? Because growing up, the ice cream level used to be like the showcase of all the graphics, the mechanics and all of that stuff. And like, I'm not a big fan of realism if it comes at the cost of the creativity of it. Like,
for sure.
I don't care about hiding in super realistic bushes. What world are you taking me to, and what do you want to convey? So I definitely like bright colors. When I saw the new Donkey Kong game, I was like, bright colors, please. This is what they keep talking about, the horsepower in all these consoles, and then you just give us like brown or just traditional green, or no knock on Unreal Engine, but like
life
enough.
Is depressing enough as it is. I don't need another post-apocalyptic game about how awful the whole world is.
I don't need no more Metros or Escape from Tarkov. Like no disrespect to those games, they have their place, but just like there needs to be some type of brightness and cheeriness as well.
I play games to escape. Like that's me personally.
So personally, what games have you been playing lately?
Exactly.
So many. I'm a huge fan of Teamfight Tactics. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. It's an auto chess version of League of Legends.
Oh, okay.
I play that religiously every single day. World of Warcraft still playing.
Okay.
They just announced the new expansion. I'm excited.
Seen that.
I've been playing that for like 25 years or something like that.
You haven't made the jump to the Final Fantasy?
I did. I pop in and out every now and then. It never stuck with me really, but playing that. What did I just finish? Doom: The Dark Ages. I just finished. That was really, really good. What else have I been playing? I feel like there's so much, man. The new Ninja Gaiden game that just came out. That beat 'em up's really good.
I just downloaded that.
The Shinobi one, it looks pretty good.
That looks great.
Again, more just old school, traditional, classic games.
For sure. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of reading more than anything lately.
Okay.
Reading Dungeon Crawler Carl, which is I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but it's so it's in this genre of books called lit RPG.
Okay.
Which is essentially the main character is like kind of in a video game, like they know, like they level up and like gain spells and stuff. And Dungeon Crawler Carl is like it's a 7-book series, and it's about this guy that becomes a dungeon crawler basically, and I don't want to give anything else away because it's so good.
So have you thought about maybe moving to mobile gaming? Have you ever
yeah we've thought about that. We've had those thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah.
No nothing you can say about
nothing I can announce right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is that experience like just in general, just like deciding to transition to mobile? It's like a different beast entirely?
No, I mean, so with Rah-Rah, the challenges with Rah-Rah is multiplayer and controls and UI. But Streets of Rage made the jump successfully, so I think it's very doable and in our wheelhouse. And then we have another game that we're working on that could be good for mobile.
Have you been thinking about adding online co-op, or
no?
You don't want, you strictly couch co-op, old school?
Strictly couch.
Okay.
Bring that.
Because
that
was
younger kids need that.
Yeah, like I'm all for it. I'm all for split screen and all of that. Yeah. But that was like one of the things that was like the criticism, like, oh, if it was online. So
I mean it. You can play it Steam Remote Play if you want to play online. Like that works really well. And it's a really huge effort to make a beat 'em up,
the servers and all of that
networked. And we sort of made the decision that like, that's not like, I don't know. I understand that people like to play networked games and still fight, like hang out on Discord and stuff.
Yeah.
But that wasn't, it's not in the spirit of what we were trying to create. So.
Yeah, understandable.
It's the same vibes that like Mario Party and stuff give you. Like it's made specifically for you to get together with other people and enjoy it together. And it gives you that feel that you don't feel like you have to rush to beat it or to rush to finish. It's like, no, I can every other weekend, me and my friends get together. Like you said,
put it on pause and just redo that.
Dude, families love it.
Yeah.
Like families love
that's
it.
The thing
Dads
that
playing
forget.
with their kids is like, that's our number one market, I feel like. Now my kids, like, they don't need me. They're 13 and 11. Like they were my youngest 11. So Gylee games, my kids' names are Guy and Lee. That's where it comes from. But like Lee was the very first person in the world to finish the game on PlayStation.
Okay.
Yeah.
What difficulty is normal?
Normal difficulty. We don't really like it. Difficulty escalates if you have multiple players.
Smart.
Yeah, but as far as like it's there was never a difficulty setting on arcade beat 'em ups.
Yeah, right.
Like
you just hopped in.
Yeah, you did it.
You really
took your quarters whether you wanted it or not. Yeah, so
that's tough.
Yeah. I mean, as far as you guys, I'm loving the fact that you're in Cincinnati. I'm loving that you're developing our gaming scene because, it's kind of hard. Like if you're a kid out here, especially from Cincinnati, and you want to get involved in this industry, you kind of feel like you have to leave home. You have to like go out. And with you guys here now, it's a way for people to be at least have some type of, I know what
role
you got.
Model?
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up here. Like I left as soon as I left when I was 17. Like I left as soon as I could because like when I grew up here, it was like there was nothing cool. There's nothing cool to look up to. Nothing cool. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like the best I had was like Mavericks Comics. Like, do I want to own a comic book shop? And I did end up owning a comic book shop, and I would not recommend it. But like there was no one to look up to, and so I had to leave to go find those people to like look up to and learn from,
Yeah.
right? And so I think coming back here, you know, we have kids' school field trips come to our office, like, you know, and it's just like, I think what's important for me is to make it accessible and tangible that you can be a creative professional.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so we try to connect with kids as much as we can and just give them the opportunity to see what it looks like, you know, developing video games.
Yeah, especially your background when you said, you know, you left high school.
Yeah.
You know, letting people know that like everything doesn't have to be a traditional type of progression through life.
It's spaghetti, man.
Yeah.
So I definitely like that because I wish we had more stuff like that early on.
Yeah, because it's like
it would make a difference.
It's so hard originally it was so hard to find your tribe. Like if you didn't fit into this one box or these few set boxes, that was it. But when you leave Cincinnati, you realize how small it is and like how closed off it is sometimes to the rest of the world. But as I get older, there's more things opening up and it's starting to get with the times. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, like every few years I would Google, are there any game studios in Cincinnati?
Right.
And it'd be like, no.
I'd be like, listen, through my high school years, I definitely were looking for like places I could intern and stuff like that. And like you said, we didn't have it, and that's why I was glad you like kids are field tripping to your company, and I think that's great. And I wouldn't be surprised if more. You know, you got Cincinnati State not too far from here.
Oh yeah.
So UC
and there's game development
programs
at all the colleges now. UC has one, Miami has one, Xavier has one. Like they're so I my hope is that there's going to be a bunch of game studios here. Like,
hopefully.
I want more. Right?
Yeah,
like,
me too.
Because I can only support
so many
people.
Oh no, I think you're definitely going to spark this off, and it's going to be some connective and some fireworks. I think people just need to see it.
There's also like other opportunities to connect with other game devs for people that are interested in making games in Cincinnati. So there's Cincinnati IGDA, which is International Game Developers Association. We have a Cincinnati chapter. I started that chapter in 2012, like forever ago, before I ever even started making games. But like, there's a bunch of game devs. They do a global game jam every year in January, I think, where you can come and spend 48 hours and make a game, and it's super fun. It's how I started making games, was doing game jams. You know, you guys should come to this for sure. For the Game Awards, we do a charity event called the Game Awards Gala, where we all get dressed up in tuxedos and fancy dresses, and we go watch the Game Awards on a giant screen together. So that's a bunch of game devs that are here in the city, because there's people that work for Insomniac that live here. Like there's people that
I never knew that.
Call of Duty that live here.
See, that's I don't know that. So
right. It's about finding those events, and I think anybody that's interested in game dev should absolutely go to the Facebook page, Cincinnati IGDA, Cincinnati IGDA. And they have events every month, and it's a great place to meet other game developers.
I'm gonna definitely have to check that out.
Because
I did want to ask you a question. As a creative, what is your process to keep that fire burning, to where it's like, okay, I got this initial spark of this idea, and from point A to point B, how do you overcome that lull period where, okay, I'm tired of this idea now, or I'm seeing it come to life and it's just like enough already? How do you keep that burning?
I mean, I'm lucky in that my projects require a bunch of people. So like, if I'm having a down day or a down time, there's other people that can lift it up and take it over. Like I'm very much like, I'm a 0 to 1 person. Like I like to start with nothing and then come up with the concept and sort of like the outline and the plan and maybe the script or whatever. And then I want to hand it off to somebody that's way more talented than me at specific aspects of it. Right. Like, and then it becomes a collaboration. So I think the answer to the question is collaboration. Like when other people take ownership of your creative work is when it really goes. I feel like I don't do anything alone.
That probably rejuvenates you too.
100%.
You give your work to them. It's a new set of eyes. They put their ideas on there, and then you're able to be like, you know what? I kind of like that. I like this. And then maybe I can reform some things to kind of fit around what you're trying to do. So,
I do nothing alone. I don't write alone. I've always got collaborators in every single thing that I do.
Yeah, one last question on the game tip before we transition to your sports photography stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But like, do you look at the certain things with a creative mind, especially as far as games? So like, you're walking down the street and say, hey, that would be nice if you put this in a game. Or if you're watching a football game, you'd be like, If I was to make a game, a football game, I would do this, and this.
I have to turn it off for game, like to play games, to enjoy games. I have to turn it off.
Okay.
Like, because I play games for research. Like we're working on a game right now that's in a different genre, so I'm playing a ton of games that are in that genre, right? And so I play it, but that's work. That feels like work.
Right.
Okay.
Right. When I'm playing games just for myself, because here's the other thing is like once you make creative stuff, it becomes really difficult to criticize anybody.
Okay.
Because you know how fucking hard it is to get it out the door. Yeah. So like I'm not a critical person at all. Like you know, a game that's like even a crappy game, the fact that it came out is amazing. Yeah. Like I can't knock anybody's stuff. So it doesn't. So it's I play to escape, and it's easy to turn it off and like immerse yourself in just what they made and you know and live in that. And then, but when I'm playing for research, it's that's all I do. Is this is what I would do differently. This is you know that kind of thing.
Okay, so like transitioning from that, like how did you even get into sports photography? Like, and specifically with the Bengals, like how did that process even start?
It was so funny. So my friend is this guy. His name's C. Trent Rosecrans. He's a writer. He's been everywhere. He writes for he covers the Reds, the Cincinnati Reds. He's been my friend for a long time, and he had started a website. This is like 2007 or 8 or something. He started a website called Cincinnati.com, which essentially is like The Athletic now. It was just he was 10 years too early.
Okay.
And so it was his startup, and he needed a photographer. And I've been a photographer for a long time. I was, you know, because I was at a skate magazine. I was a photographer for skate magazines and stuff. And so I had some background in photography, and he needed somebody to cover the Bengals, and I was like, I'll do it. I never shot football in my life. The very first thing I shot in football was a Bengals game. Okay. Right. Oh, but I've been a fan since I was 8. Yeah. Like, so I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll be on the sideline doing this.
Did you even know what to look for?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's because it's similar to skate photography. Like skate photography, it's fast. So like you have to, you know,
catch a moment.
Yeah. And I had, my ex-wife had a wedding photography business for a while. So like I'd shoot weddings as well. And like, this is a long time ago, like 20 years ago. Right. But, you know, and weddings, it's that same thing. It's very photojournalistic and you're catching moments. And so you really learn, the music of football when you shoot, and you can kind of feel when something's going to happen, and you know where to put your lens for the most part. And so it's it was really fun. Did it for a couple of years. Cincinnati, I think, only lasted a year or two, and then it just so happened that Fox Sports needed somebody, and so I moved over to Fox Sports. And did it for Fox Sports for a few years, and then I got to the point where like it doesn't pay anything. And I got to the point, it wasn't like a full-time, it wasn't my job at all. And then I got to the point where I was like, I want my weekends back.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And so I'm like, why am I doing this? You know, but it was, I miss it so much. I miss it so much. It's like tough. We're going to the Bengals game on Saturday. And like, it's just so tough going into that stadium and like not being on the field. It's like, man, I used to be so cool.
Now I'm with the rest of the normies up here.
Exactly.
Yeah. So like, what was your most memorable picture that you took of a Bengals game?
Oh man, no idea. That's a good question. Because it was just like, I never look at them. Because you just sort of the way it works is you go, and I would shoot probably like 1,500 photos in the first half, and then at halftime I'd go in and I'd edit that down to like 40 pictures. Damn. And then submit it to Fox Sports, and like, here's the slideshow for the first half, right? So it goes so fast. Like you don't really have enough time to kind of think about it even. You know, but I've always loved, my favorite pictures were always like about like what's going on the sideline, or like what are the things that like the cameras like the TV cameras not catching, right? So like it'd be like I'd always get photos of Mike Zimmer yelling or like cussing out players, and that was like for some reason that was my favorite. It's like spit flying and shit. Like it was my favorite thing to shoot. Yeah, it was when I saw him getting heated up, I'd be like, yoink. Yeah, it was go
ahead.
No, that's it. Go ahead.
Oh, how did the Bengals organization treat you? Like, did they interact?
They're great.
With you?
They're great. We their PR guy, who's not their PR guy anymore, I don't think. I forget his name, but he was always like very wonderful to work with, very cool. you know, it's and that's essentially all that we interacted with for the most part was their press people, and they're always great. Yeah, and then players are always great. You know, it's really fun to like. You don't realize how massive these dudes are.
Yeah, I seen Ray Maluga one time. Dude, I was like, oh, I couldn't take him if I wanted to.
They are giants.
Yeah.
So there'd be times where like one of my favorite things to do is I'd always stand like, you know, when now they have like the tiger and stuff that comes out and they do the flames and then they announce everybody and they go through the tunnel. So I'd always stand in the back of the tunnel because you get really cool shots of them like hyping each other up and stuff like that. But I'd be like, hey guys, and they're like, you know, they're up here. Hey, let me take your photo. You know, and just the nerdy white kid, but that was tiny compared to all of them.
Yeah. That was me too, because his head is about the size of my
you don't realize,
I was like,
300 pounds,
and he was a little tipsy at the bar. I was like, let me give him a wide space, because if he start whooping at me, I'm gonna scream immediately.
Yeah, Ray Maluga was scary dude,
big dude.
Yeah.
But
so what you think about this season?
I was just about to say that too. Like,
I put $100 on them winning the Super Bowl.
Okay, you believe in that?
I do. I think our defense needs a lot of work.
Yes.
A lot of work. I'm really excited for Al Golden, man. I'm really excited for him, dude. I think our secondary, like, I think our secondary has, you know, they're young, they can fly around, and I think it's just getting in football shape.
Yeah.
And they'll kill. Really feel like Demetrius Knight's a huge win for us.
Yeah.
As well as the rookie that just signed, Shamar.
Yeah.
Like he's showing a ton of promise, man. But this is the best time to be a fan.
Yeah, because everybody's a Super Bowl hopeful.
Listen, the guy Tinsley, the wide receiver.
Oh my God.
He caught like two touchdowns. I was like, sign that guy right now.
Dude, that when he like bobbled and then still caught it. And, oh man, it was incredible, dude.
Like,
yes.
What about Trey though? Do we need him?
He needs to go.
You want him to go?
I want him to go.
We've
dealt with this 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Like, just go, man.
My only gripe though, if you were gonna make a move on him, you should have did it during the draft.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
You got some players and some picks.
And I think that's where they messed up. I think they realized, I feel like they thought they were going to be able to cheapskate him and then he was going to go.
Well, they're never proactive at all.
Yeah.
They're always reactive.
They're going to kick the can down the road.
Right? 100%. And I think what Trey will end up signing a week before the season starts. Like,
these owners need to realize, because I feel like they really didn't have a problem playing Joe Burrow. You knew you had to pay him.
You got to pay Chase. You
kind of was resistant to pay Jamar Chase, which kind of had the city like, what's going on?
Well, then T
Higgins. And I'm like, I felt like we should have traded him too.
Yeah.
I was like,
Jesse
we could get so much for him.
That hurt. We wasted time with Nick Scott and
well, that defense is what took us to the Super Bowl, man. Joe Burrow is amazing.
Yeah.
But that defense kept us
I felt
in the
like
playoffs.
When we lost Larry Ogunjobi, I was like, cool, we still got DJ Reader. We just need another defensive tackle.
Yep.
And then the next season we lost DJ Reader and like it just
was
like
all money.
Our D line's gone.
Big pieces just leaving instead of reeing up to make us better again. That just was like, man, what?
It's almost like they're not. In my head, I think if I was the GM, I'm thinking about all this a year ahead of time. If I'm already second guessing paying Trey Henderson, then I would have traded him last year. Because now you can't really do anything with him because everybody's in the NFL saying, "Oh, you're not going to pay him." Then I don't have to give you nothing big for him. I'll give you a 5th or 6th round, and that'll make me sick.
Guard,
like, right? Like no, if that's just pay them, I'd rather overpay him than trade him for a 5th round pick.
I want Micah Parsons.
See, I was just about to say that. I was at the barbershop yesterday.
Oh my god!
And we got the delusional Bengals fan. And we might give Micah.
Yeah.
Listen,
if we
give him whatever, give him the Deshaun Watson. Give him $250 fully guaranteed. Come over here, Sap.
I thought you were about to say
throw him a masseuse.
Yeah, like get it under the table, rub into pun intended. Like,
you keep Micah out the goddamn massage.
Like Cincinnati Police Department know where you going.
Ohio, we not doing that. No. As soon as he get here,
yeah.
Like, listen, staff only, no outside massage.
Justin Tucker got caught for that too.
I see it.
I'm glad they got him out of there. Though
He stopped being able to kick. He can't kick no more.
Leg cramps. Can't stretch out.
Needs to hydrate.
But no, like obviously that is why he gone. But like that is a big blow to the Ravens, in my opinion, because it always would come down to the kick. You know he gonna make it. So now I feel like we in a better even playing field. The only thing I'm really worried about, if the defense, get they self together, settled in, is the Chiefs, because I feel like Lou had Patrick Mahomes' number, multiple games, and now I don't know if they'll be disciplined enough.
Yeah. They're not consistent.
We'll
enough.
outscore the Chiefs.
Yeah, hopefully, but we still need a
that's
stop.
how you win that.
Yeah, like just one stop though. Like that would be making me scared because it's like Joe can throw a touchdown on anybody.
Yeah.
If we could just get one stop and win by 3.
I think the Chiefs are going to be worse this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rice might be suspended. Who knows how long?
Kelsey's not who he was.
He's washed.
Yeah.
I mean, but he's got
his
name alone. His name alone will make you have to double
That's what I be
team.
saying. This be the time now to start and put your foot out there because the AFC is wide open.
Yeah.
I don't never trust the Ravens and Lamar Jackson in the playoffs.
Yeah.
The Bills is media hype because they never can beat the ghost of Patrick Mahomes, 2-3 years ago? And then everybody else is just
everybody else is who I'm worried about. I'm worried about teams like the Denver Broncos. Bo Nix is looking pretty good.
It's not
I'm
enough.
worried about.
They got to fight out in the AFC West.
I don't know. They got Pat Surtain on defense.
But this is what I'm saying, though. They're in the AFC West. They going to go through them battles with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
With the Chargers.
But that's what I'm saying. If the Chiefs is as bad as we think and the Bengals don't, because we kind of missed our opportunity. When we beat them and went to the Super Bowl, that was our chance. And we kind of smoked it. And especially to the fucking Rams. I was just like,
but I'm not mad at that because this just shows you that we a young team.
That was so fun though.
I was
out in LA for it, and it's crazy because there's no Rams fans in LA.
Oh, okay, yeah, just something.
So it was all
to do.
Bengals fans. It was a Bengals home game. Yes. I swear to God.
That's one of the most heartbreaking.
Yeah, LA probably rocking with Oakland or.
Well, it's nobody's from LA. Like it's all
so
transplants.
Like,
so they're all Chiefs fans or Bucs fans or none of them are like local fans.
True LA people,
yeah. So it's just like we'll go to the game because something to do, but it's not like diehard like old school Raiders fans or
Bengals fans even. I mean, like I've been a Bengals fan since I was 8 years old.
Yeah.
Like it hurts.
It does.
Listen, growing up as a Bengal fan is. Especially in Cincinnati, everybody thinks like you're crazy. Like, why would you believe in them? And I'm like,
dude, I used to get made fun of so much in middle school because everybody had their Charlotte Hornets starter jacket.
Oh, okay.
And I had a Bengals starter jacket. And I would just get clowned on constantly.
That's tough.
Like, all right, Jeff Blake.
I had a Hornets starter jacket. Yep. So I wasn't with you on that. I'm not mad at the big, like, I want one now. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I definitely didn't put a sweater with the Bengals on the front in the cart and
the
took
only
it out
thing I haven't
times.
done is like I bought a jersey when they first got the whiteout ones.
Yeah.
I bought it and then we lost in the playoff game like 2
it's
days later.
You did it.
I took my jersey back.
Okay,
I said,
good.
give me my 180 back.
Yeah, and they won. And they won.
I have my weird what is that called? Superstition with that is I have all the jerseys and I wear whatever jersey they're wearing game day. And I'm like, look, if they lose in this jersey, I'm losing in this jersey.
Yeah.
I'm ride or die the whole way.
I'm superstitious too. I got to turn the game off like halfway through the third quarter if it's close.
Yeah.
And then come back in the fourth.
What is wrong with
Because like I got to give them, they can't see me come back. Like when we was playing the Chiefs in the championship game and we was losing, I took the dog for a walk. I missed the P. Ryan touchdown. I missed all of it. Then I came back like, okay, cool. They was like, all right, let's go to work. He ain't watching now. So like, I have to leave.
Back too.
Yeah. We got P. Ryan back for sure.
I like him, man.
Yeah. He's dependable.
Yeah. Hard
Chase Brown.
nose running. Yeah.
Nasty.
Chase Brown can catch, can run super fast. We got a team, man. Yoshi Voss is going to be a sleeper.
Him and the dude Jones, Charlie Jones.
Charlie Jones showed up.
I like both of them.
Yeah.
If Burton ever get his little situation together, it's gonna be a problem.
I mean, he had a window, and I think Tinsley closed that window for him.
You know
You're gonna start seeing Burton doing punt returns, kick returns until he
Burton should be worried.
Yeah,
because I'm like, he caught them, and I was like, yeah, this guy's pretty good.
Yeah,
we get 6, right? So Jamar T, Yoshivas, Charlie Jones, Tinsley, and then
whoever
Burton to make it by
but being the 6th,
playing
I
most.
know I'm missing somebody important, but I can't think.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Those are the main guys. Anybody else, I would think, got to be a practice squad dude.
We got rid of Trent Irwin, didn't we?
Yeah, he's gone.
He's with Jacksonville.
Okay, I figured as much.
Yeah,
I liked him.
I liked him. I mean,
he was
he gave me like what's the guy from the Patriots? Not Edelman. Wes
Wes
Welker.
Welker.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
little
Yeah.
quick guy.
Yeah.
Tough little
Quick
white
little-
dude. Yeah,
That's who
4
I
or
would have
5
been
yards.
if I had played.
Hey,
I ain't mad at
people
it.
be sleeping on like Julian Edelman and Wes Welker. Like for his people don't think. I think they should be in the Hall of Fame. Like they
Reliable
the
first
ones
down,
who
taking
did all the
hit.
dirty
yeah.
work
Yeah.
for Tom. Like,
Oh yeah.
Without them two,
They're
Tom
squirrely.
don't win as much.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Gronk is always gonna be Gronk,
Yeah.
but
I mean, y'all making me feel good about the Bengals now. But as soon as that first game against the Browns, we'll see.
no, we gotta start off good.
Yeah.
We're
Because
going
we're
2-0.
like
We're
we're
going
like
2-0.
1-11.
Who we play
on
after
our
the
first
Browns?
2 games.
Jaguars.
The Browns, then we play the
That
Jaguars.
should be 2-0 because
Yeah.
they hold the Browns quarterback situation. I'm not scared of Joe Flacco.
No.
I'm not scared of Shador or the Gabriel.
We just do bad against the Browns.
Because
Like
of that
we play
defense,
poorly.
Miles Garrett is just
I think
nasty.
it's that
And Denzel
like we
Ward.
think we're better than them already,
Yeah.
so they don't.
Well,
come
we are.
in
We're better than
pumped.
Cleveland.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we know it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
the
Shout out all the
players, the
Cleveland
players
viewers.
can't go in there like that.
LeBron gone. It's over for Cleveland. Ain't
Nah,
nothing
he's
else.
coming back.
LeBron ain't coming back to Cleveland.
If the Lakers get rid of him, he's coming back. To
What is he
Cleveland.
getting? How they gonna get rid of him?
I would trade Jared Allen, and I would trade Garland
But
because I think with Donovan Mitchell, you got point guard ability with him.
we'll see. Because LeBron be doing
Donovan Mitchell, LeBron, and what's called Evan Mobley
back
oh,
in the East.
Man,
But my thing is, I'm with you because LeBron be giving you them funny vibes like at the beginning of the season, whether or not he all in or not, and he be like doing little cryptic stuff.
I mean,
So-
you top tier guy, you got to play around a little bit.
I want him to stay less. Give him Luka in shape now. Give him one more season
They
to
said
see.
Luke on that Ozempic.
But he in shape now. Like so. Give him like halfway season because you know LeBron started making executive changes like after the All-Star break.
Yeah,
But
he just had to stop eating American food. You see, the minute he went back to his home country, he slimmed off. He
they
stopped
told
eating
him
the
he
cheeseburgers
got to
and
get back
shit.
in shape because like on defense he's a liability. He's a
Well, he ain't
cone.
never had defense, and he
but
was skinny.
enough to stand in front of him
Yeah,
because you just can't let your defender blow by you. This the NBA.
he was
now.
more like I'm gonna use my weight. You ain't gonna run through me. You
Yeah.
might run around me, but you.
That's what everybody started doing. They started blitzing him. Like, oh no,
Yeah.
screen, give me him again.
Yeah.
Screen him again, ISO, and go past him. But yeah, man. I just like to say, man, Rah Rah Boom is out now. I
Yep,
appreciate you
go
coming
check it out.
here and
Yeah.
talking to us
Thanks for having
because
me.
you are our first guest, by the way.
Hey, look at that.
First
Yes.
guest,
Right
inaugural
on.
guest. So we gonna
Mark this on the calendars, y'all. First
Yeah.
guest, homegrown Cincinnati game developer.
Riley games. I'm gonna go home and play this.
Yeah, we gonna link
because
everything.
I
At
put
the
it in the
bottom.
cart, but I was just like, man, I ain't got time to play no games right now.
It's short. Play it. You can finish it. In a
Yeah,
couple
I'm
hours.
just saying, like, man, my head was throbbing, my brain was on fire from work, and I'm just like, you know what? I cannot look at anything flash, and it's gonna kill me.
Heard.
It's gonna kill
This
me.
weekend.
Yeah, this weekend, man. But we gonna do some more. But we gonna get you out of here first.
Yeah.
You got any last things to say? Social medias, anything like that? You wanna
Social
shoot out?
medias. Yeah, follow me on Insta at Bergs Makes Games. I'm a DJ as well. I do
I've seen
open
that.
decks at Tilly's on Tuesdays, and then we just did it at. I'm a co-owner of Highball, the
Okay.
Highball, which is a bar in OTR. Go check it out.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all of it. That's enough, at least.
When
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
DJ, do you hit them with the behind the back move?
No.
Oh, you just regular? Okay.
No.
I was making
And it's
sure.
all like EDM stuff too.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, so it's a lot of this.
Well, yeah, that like headbanging EDM.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the kind of Shaq be doing. Like
Yes, sir.
just- Okay. I
yeah,
got you.
actually, yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely gonna have to. Hopefully, this is our last time seeing you.
Yeah, be happy to come back. This is
Yeah.
easy.
I want to see this. When are you guys open to do like the tours at the studio?
Yeah.
We can have you up.
Okay, cool,
Okay.
man.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
let me
yeah.
know because I want to see. I want to get.
You
some
can literally
B-roll.
walk there from here. It's
Okay,
right down the street.
Yeah. I wanna get
Okay.
some
Yeah,
B-roll.
we definitely want to say.
And I'm definitely going to that the Game Awards little thing.
Yeah,
that y'all got
Yeah,
going
Game
on,
Awards
'cause that's
Gala
tough.
in
We'll
November.
definitely keep in contact.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Thanks.
All right, we're gonna get you out of here. We're gonna put the
Yeah, let's pause this.
yeah.
We good? Dope. Thanks for having me, fellas. That
I'm
was
not,
fun.
man. I appreciate you coming, man, because you were very, very prompt and professional. Because I was just like, what if I was just talking to a catfish and they never showed up? Like,
Well, it's so funny, even Mike, because I have like a press team and everything,
oh, okay.
and they're like, "You're just going to email them directly." I was like, "Yeah, it's fine." Don't,
That's
like
nice.
it's all
I
the
like
Cincinnati
that.
people, because like somebody on my social guy like hit me up on Slack. He's like, "Hey, somebody's asking if you can do a podcast." Blah blah blah. He was like, "I'm going to tell them no." And I was like, and then
They were so nice
I was like,
in the DM.
I was like, wait, it's Cincinnati guy. Like, I'll do any Cincinnati shit. I'll do any like.